Hey gamers, it's Kwing here. I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm giving my impressions on the latest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie called Turtles Forever. While it may not have appeared in theaters, this was definitely a worldwide event, and my wife and I had been looking forward to this for a long time. This is kind of part of my plan for Turtles Month to begin with, and I'm just going to share this stuff. This is going to be a little bit different than the normal reviews I do. I hope Swag doesn't mind me doing a movie review. He does it a lot better than me. If you don't believe me, then please check out a Street Fighter movie review of The Legend of Chun-Li. That was awesome. Now, in case you guys have been out of the loop for who knows how long, Turtles Forever is an epic crossover movie starring the 1987 Turtles and the last 2003 series, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The story begins with my generation of Heroes in a Half Shell appearing in the 2003 universe. They get caught by the Purple Dragons, and then the current Turtles, or the 2003 series, rescue them. And then the hilarity ensues, as the classic Turtles annoy the next generation. After the battle, the classic Turtles tell of a battle with their Shredder and the Technodrome. During the fight, the Turtles are transported to this world along with their enemies. The Shredder, meanwhile, comes face to face with the 8 Turtles and sends his cronies to attack them. Yes, and Bebop and Rocksteady reappear, and so do the Foot Soldier Ninjas. After retreating like he always does, he and Krang search out for this world's Shredder, or rather the alien who thinks he's the real Shredder. And that's all the plot points I'm going to give away, although Chrome Dome and Krang will wish that they didn't resurrect the Utron. My wife and I really like the interaction between our Turtles and the current generation, particularly the way Mikey interacts with them. Raphael breaking the fourth wall all the time confused the 2003 universe characters, and it was so awesome, and it was so in character. Still, my biggest gripe with this movie are really two things. First, they overplayed the stupidity of the classic 1987 series. And the new voice cast for the classic Turtles I didn't really like that much. Now, I understand that the show was downright a little goofy, however, it was never this bad. When the Turtles arrive back in their world and save April from the most bizarre mutants ever, my wife and I groaned a little. That, and they play up the 1987 cast as bad fighters and cowards too. Example being when the 8 Turtles meet the Turtles Prime characters, they run away from that world's Raphael. If you've watched the classic show at least the first 5 seasons, you would know that the Turtles never run away. Turtles fight with honor and all that, not cowardice. When the retro Green Machine start throwing garbage and trash at the Utron Shredder, I wasn't a happy camper. This overplayed humor is what the 2000 series writers did, and it was a bad collaboration, script-wise and character-wise, for the classic Turtles. Not so much for the current Turtles, as they were played up as better. Speaking of not getting all of the pieces together for this movie, all of the 1987 cast did not reprise their classic roles. In fact, the new actors were badly overacted impersonators, and their voiceovers sounded a bit forced most of the time. Now, don't get me wrong, Sebastian did a great job as Raphael, but Rob Paulsen would have slayed us with his fourth wall breaks. 1987 Leonardo never got serious in this movie ever, which was not in character at all. I'm happy that Cam Clark did not do this movie. It would have really annoyed him. 1987 Donnie did the best job out of everybody of the 87 cast, and I commend the voice talents of Tony Sorino. I thought he did an amazing job. The worst voice in this movie has to go to the 1987 Mikey. Nowhere near the sheer awesomeness that was Townsend. I mean, that guy slayed me as Michelangelo when I was a kid. This guy, he just annoyed me. In an over-the-top voice! Cowabunga! I mean, come on. But all griping aside, this was an epic movie. The writers, while maybe favoring the last series, did a great job of storytelling nonetheless. The biggest strength for this movie was definitely the humor, just like the old days. It was hilarious. I liked how the writers poked fun at the old series a lot. Like when the retro heroes move about during the day, the current Turtles are kind of like, how can they be moving out in the day? And then the classic turtles are scaring people on the street just because they're out in broad daylight. I thought that was funny. Or how Raphael, when they track down the Technodrome, he calls it a giant golf ball. That's what everybody's afraid of, Shredder's big weapon. Or when Raph is enjoying blowing up foot robots during the massive battle, and classic Donnie spoils his fun by creaming them all using a boulder, and then uses a Raph one-liner, and Raphael's getting ready to pound him. I thought that was hilarious. Another funny moment, and probably one of the funniest moments, is when Raphael meets his comic book counterpart, and that Raphael beats up him. And then the other turtles look at him when he says, "Oh, this guy's like a hard case." And then the classic turtles look at him like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "What?" Throughout the movie, the 2003 Raphael begins to show his soft side toward his 1980s counterparts, which my wife and I thought was adorable at times. Probably the coolest part of this movie is a part where the 8 turtles meet the Prime Turtles, or the Mirage comics, and the producers did an amazing job of getting that down cold turkey. I mean, these turtles are mean, awesome, and narrate while they're kicking your shell. That is hardcore, and comic fans like me were just oozing with excitement. The cameos in this movie will make any Turtles fan squealing with utter joy. I laughed so hard when I saw the Japanese mutant turtles, said cowabunga for the video game heroes, and applauded for the live-action turtles, and so many more. Since the turtles are now owned by Nickelodeon, sadly this is the end of the Mirage comic books, the 1987 and 1996 cartoon series, the 2003 and 2009 cartoon series, and any current movies that were being planned. So this was one heck of a send-off for our turtles, and animation as a whole. I mean, the animation in this movie was just top-notch. In most people's lifetime, you really don't see past shows coming back from one's childhood. With the 1980s, that's a completely different story than when my dad was a kid. Sure, maybe movies of his classic stuff may come into the spotlight, but not total series. I mean, think about it. We have Thundercats, Voltron, He-Man, all these shows from when I was a kid making a comeback. It's just an awesome time to be a comic book, animated, and video game fan. It's really nice when we talk to people about the Turtles, it isn't past tense and people don't look at us like we're nerds, because the Turtles exist even today, and it connects the last generation to the current in ways that are just incredible, and only Turtle fans would know that. If you haven't seen this movie already, I would suggest that you do. 4Kids TV will be airing this 3 more Saturdays. This is one movie that every Turtles fan, young and old, will want to watch again and again. I honestly hope this DVD will release, but with the complete Turtles franchise now under the complete control of Nickelodeon, who knows what the future will hold. Rumors are speculating that the hype wasn't enough for the last Turtles show, and nowhere near as grand as the 1987 series. I mean, it lasted from 1987 to 1996, whereas this show lasted from 2003 until mid-2008, with the final episode airing in 2009. Anyway, Nickelodeon is spreading rumors that they are going to merge the classic Turtles series with the last Turtle characters and combine an all-new universe, which I think that would be awesome to see Krang and Bebop and Rocksteady and all these characters done in a different way. The only drawback to this new Nicktoon is it's going to be CGI, so this is probably the last we'll see of Turtles animation for a long time, but this was one heck of a send-off. Well, anyway, gamers, if you're wondering, I'm not really going to give a score to this other than saying that you need to watch this. You need to watch this with your older brother or, your dad or whoever. You just need to watch this movie. So anyway, this is Kwing saying God bless and happy gaming. I wish you guys a blessed Thanksgiving, and yes, Turtles Month will continue for more uberness. Later, guys.